Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's BarberGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on, I got a good one. Oh yeah, that is terrific. Courtesy of viewer Michael Spears, Invader Coffee. Yeah, this is a fantastic coffee. This is the Invader Whiskey Blend right there. Yeah, it is air roasted, low acidity with notes of caramel and vanilla. It is veteran owned. Boy, this is a really flavorful cup of coffee. And my thanks again to Michael Spears for sending this along. We used this in a previous Second Cup podcast, and it was just a delightful cup of coffee. And what better way to have a cup of Invader coffee than with my alien space mug from Phoenix Shaving? How about that? Hang on 1 minute. Oh boy, that is terrific. And as we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Yeah, how you doing? Thanks so much for tuning in this morning. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. And hey, if you're on your way to work, thanks very much for the lift on your morning commute. Really do appreciate it. Boy, we got a great show for you this morning. A lot of really terrific topics. We got a really neat wet shaving tip this morning. We've got some wet shaving gear that we want to go over. A lot of brush talk this morning, to be perfectly honest with you. We also have some really terrific comments and also some comments and refill, and also some really great questions and comments this morning. So again, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. And thanks so much for the lift if you're taking me on your morning commute. I really do appreciate that. So let's get things going. Let's get things started like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Okay, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Brent Paich, P-A-I-C-H. Paich. I believe I pronounced that correctly. Well, at least I hope I pronounced it correctly, Brent. Forgive me if I mispronounce it, but I think it's Paich, P-A-I-C-H. Anyhow, this is kind of a combination shaving tip, heads up on a piece of shaving gear that you can get at a real bargain price. I mean, a bargain basement price, which is why we're including it in the shaving tip segment here this morning. And it also is kind of a nice introduction to what we'll be talking about a little bit later in new wet shaving gear. And Brent writes, "Hi, Mark. I've been enjoying your 3MB show and thought I might throw out a tip. I recently picked up a shave brush off of Amazon from an Indian company, Rubab. That's R-U-B-A-B. I believe that's how it's pronounced, Rubab. The brush is called the Firefly and truly is an awesome synthetic brush, not to mention it's $8 or so. Well, at the time I'm recording this, I went up to their page. It's $7. Wow. And of course, it's the way they describe it here, it's the Rubab men's shaving brush. Super soft, cruelty-free bristles and premium ergonomic handle, handcrafted with passion. And I've got a screen grab here, $7 at the time I'm shooting this video. Wow, that's quite a deal, which is kind of why we're putting it in a shaving tip, because this is a real nice heads up on a shaving brush at a bargain-based price that Brent is telling us has very good performance. He says, I'll put a link down below for you to check it out. I believe this is a killer deal for the quality. Now, he also followed up with some photographs showing the performance of this brush. And he said, as promised, I've attached a few photos of the Rubab Firefly and the Boom Lather from tonight's shave. I used House of Mammoth Tobacconist Shave Soap. Between the brush and the soap, you'll see it's a winning combo. Have a great weekend. Sincerely, Brent Paich. Brent, thanks very much for the heads up on this brush. Again, a neat shaving tip because it's a bargain basement price. And we have a viewer here who says it's very good quality for the money. $7, $7 to $8. You know what? How can you go wrong if you're looking for a piece of wet shaving gear and want to save a little money? Check out this brush. And again, kind of an intro to what we'll be talking about a little later in new wet shaving gear. But Brent, thanks very much for the shaving tip. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it on the shaving tip segment here on the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Brent, thanks very much for the shaving tip / heads up on the Rhubarb Firefly shaving brush. Really do appreciate it. Well, we have a Shave Den visit this morning, and it comes courtesy of viewer Larry Sablotny. And Larry writes, thought you might like to see my shave den with an added picture. Larry, I am very, very flattered that you framed up the George sketch. Thank you very, very much. And what a great looking shave den. Absolutely love it. He continues here, can't get everything on top of the counter. You can see from the picture, I need to get a new Cube 2.0. I can well understand that. Absolutely. I use the Cube 2.0 in every single shave, and the one I have currently right now is getting smaller and smaller. Whenever I make a purchase from Phoenix Shaving, I make sure to throw in an extra Cube 2.0. Absolutely. He continues here. The ad that says, this is the last razor you'll buy. Well, my wife says, I already have bought the last razor I'll buy. But she didn't say I couldn't buy blades, soaps, aftershaves, or brushes, or Cube 2.0s. Yeah, absolutely great loophole to find, Larry. Bravo, I applaud you for that. Absolutely fantastic. And thanks very much for the photos of your shave den. Looks absolutely wonderful. Thanks so much showing us how everything is laid out, your razor drawers and that sort of thing. Really, really do appreciate it. And if you out there would like to share your shave den with all the viewers on the Monday Morning Mailbag, just send in some photos and we'll run them here in the Shave Den segment. And if you also happen to have a George sketch that you framed up that is also adorning your shave den, send that in and we'll also feature that on the Monday Morning Mailbag. So Larry, thank you so much for sharing your shave den with all the viewers this morning. Thanks very, very much for framing up George and having him in your shave den. Really, really do appreciate it. Thanks again, Larry. Really, thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. Well, this is your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. It's available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. Simply go to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more. That's Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, should come right up. So again, search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more for the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast and Second Cup podcast. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. Well, as you know, we did a fantastic 9,000 subscriber giveaway, and it was made possible by some very, very generous viewers out there. And as promised, we're going to do a 10,000 subscriber giveaway. And I wanted to show you early on one of the prizes we have in store for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Now, we are over 9,200 subscribers. We're on our way to 9,300 subscribers as I'm recording this. We might be at 9,300 subscribers, but we're headed towards 10,000 subscribers. And when we get to 10,000 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway. Let me show you what viewer Jimmy V of Jimmy V Photography has donated for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Absolutely fantastic. Here it is right here from Phoenix Shaving. Absolutely fantastic right here in this box. Let me open it up. I want to make sure I don't damage it in any way. Here it is. Let me just hold it there like that. A Dreamscape Scuttle. Yes, absolutely beautiful. Brand new it's been here waiting for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. He sent this early on and said, Mark, this is for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. And he said, I want to donate this for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. And I'm just kind of wrestling with it a little bit. Aha, here it is. Got it right here. Brand new, brand spanking new Dreamscape Scuttle. How about that? Absolutely beautiful. There's the Phoenix logo there on the bottom, and Phoenix shaving logo on the bottom like that. And there's the interior, that nice ribbing there where you can whip up a really, really nice lather. Beautiful cork, fill it up with hot water, get a nice warm lather. Absolutely fantastic. We're going to put this back into, going to put it back into its box and set it aside so it doesn't get damaged. Now, here is the top part of the shipping padding there, and that goes on there like that, as you can see. Goes right on top like that. And then here's also the information card that comes with it on how to build a lather and how to use the Dreamscape Scuttle and that sort of thing. That's going to go on top like that. And we're going to set that aside. We're going to close that up, and we're going to set it aside and put it in a safe place so it doesn't get damaged in any way. And we will make sure that this gets packaged up nicely for the lucky winner, whoever that lucky winner is, at the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. So I just wanted to show you that. In addition, hang on, let me just set it aside here so it doesn't fall off the table here. In addition, Jimmy also included we've been talking about this, absolutely perfect, some Galactic Witch Hazel from Phoenix Shaving. It's still in the plastic bag here, and that's where it's going to remain until I do the final display for the giveaway right there. So brand new bottle of Galactic Witch Hazel from Phoenix Shaving. And also, this is absolutely wonderful, also 100 Platinum Strangelet razor blades from Phoenix Shaving. All three of these items courtesy of viewer Jimmy V for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. So hopefully we'll be there before you know it. And I wanted to give you a preview early on of this fantastic prize that is going to be in the hopper, so to speak, for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway when we get to 10,000 subscribers. So my thanks to Jimmy V Photography for these wonderful prizes from Phoenix Shaving. Absolutely beautiful. Dreamscape Scuttle, it's absolutely fantastic. Brand new. Also the Phoenix Shaving Galactic Witch Hazel and the Phoenix Shaving Platinum Strangelet razor blades. All three of these are absolutely fantastic. This will be part of the prize package. When we get to 10,000 subscribers, we'll be sharing some more prizes that will be part of the prize package or prize packages. We'll see how things go when we get to 10,000 subscribers. So my thanks to, again, Jimmy V for a very, very generous contribution to the 10,000 subscriber giveaway prize package. Jimmy, thank you very, very much. Folks, hopefully we'll be at 10,000 subscribers before you know it. Well, you know, coffee's getting low. That time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, okay, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. This Invader coffee, I'm telling you, this is really a very, very good coffee. Again, my thanks to Michael Spears for sending it along. And hang on. Yeah, it's terrific coffee. And again, the alien mug just seems to fit with the Invader coffee. Absolutely fantastic combination. Again, thanks very much for joining me this morning. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Let's kick things off with something from Mark Bagwell. This is in regards to the question we had last week by viewer Tim Whitcup regarding the function of a razor blade end tabs and why they might stick out on the sides or the ends of a razor head. And Mark wrote, function of end tabs. The reason for end tabs is to adjust alignment of the blade. It does have the added advantage of removing the blade easily. But sometimes people would get a little too close to their ear or nose, and those end tabs can hurt. I know this full well. I've tagged myself a couple of times, which is why I always try to mention whether or not the end tabs extend beyond the ends of the razor head or not. And sometimes just a little bit, but not enough to be a deal breaker or to really get in the way. He continues here, for this reason, some companies began to enclose the tabs. Problem with that is it can make blade removing difficult and sometimes a bit dangerous. But Chris at Carve to the rescue. The Carve Overlander is unique. It has enclosed end tabs and large lather vents on the bottom plate, and I use a small plastic makeup spoon to poke out the blade. You can slide the blade out, but that can damage a razor blade. This is the scoop I use to scoop shaving soap and cream and place in a bowl before lathering. And then I guess he uses the other end of this scoop to poke out that blade from the base plate. Now here's my Carve Overlander right here. This is an absolutely fantastic razor. It's a beautiful razor. Thank you again, Fernie Beck. Absolutely fantastic. And I'm starting to get a little bit here, before I undo that, I'm starting to get a little bit of a patina on it, which is really neat. And here is the lathering channels that Mark is talking about right there. Yeah. So if that's absolutely true. If it gets stuck to that base plate, you can just use that little end of that plastic spoon and just kind of poke right through those lathering channels and remove that blade, or any similar razor that has some generous lathering channels. Absolutely fantastic tip there, Mark. And again, we'll mention that this is the On-One 100-piece mini curved cosmetic scoop makeup mask plastic spoon in white. Thanks very, very much for that. I really do appreciate it, Mark. Al Spencer wrote, Mark, wow, so much good stuff this morning. One, about forgetting the coffee cup using the Keurig. That's how I found out my tray holds 10 ounces. Yeah, I mentioned that last week. I forgot to place my mug underneath the Keurig when I was getting ready for a refill, and I hit the button and I got coffee all over. But yeah, my tray holds almost that, but there was still some overflow. You probably already know this, but for optimal performance with no calcium buildup, never use tap water. We use filtered water or distilled. Well, thanks very much for that tip, Al. I appreciate it. Two, instead of dumping my Bloom water in the sink, I'll apply it to my face and then add the Tube 2.0. Boom, super pre-shave. Hey, that's an absolutely great tip, Al. Really do appreciate it. And of course, Al's referring to the Tube 2.0, which is the travel tube size version of the Cube 2.0. Thanks very much for that, Al. Really do appreciate it. And three, I agree with Mark Bagwell. Keep your equipment clean. This was in regards to leaving lather on a shaving brush. And Mark Bagwell gave us some very, very useful information and helpful links regarding how to clean your brush. And he recommended that you never leave lather on a brush, synthetic or otherwise. And I'm not leaving lather on my brush either. Since reading that from Mark, I'm cleaning my lathering brush. But I will leave leftover lather in a shaving bowl and use it for an evening head shave if it happens within, 8 to 24 hours, something like that. And Al wraps up by saying, now that I got my Monday morning mailbag fix, I can get on with my week. Al, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Viewer Steve M. wrote, for me, I don't try to save leftover soap. I usually load and whip up just about the correct amount of soap and lather to begin with. But also, after all these years, I've collected enough soap to last a lifetime. Great show. I know exactly what you're saying, and I know a lot of wet shavers out there who love doing the traditional wet shave. They can absolutely identify with that. Yeah, we tend to have a lot of shave soap laying around the shave den, but I guess this is why we have shelves and cabinets and that sort of thing. Yeah, but it's a great way to shave, and it's always a real pleasure to try out different shave soaps and different scents. So I tend to overload the shave soap in order to make a lather because I want to make sure I have enough for 3 passes if it goes 3 passes. If my review goes 3 passes, I want to make sure I have enough lather. Plus, it will most likely fall around a day where I'm going to have to do a head shave anyhow. So I'll just kind of leave that leftover lather there and do a head shave a little later on in the evening, or like I say, the next day. Sometimes I review those, sometimes I don't, but I'll try to make use of that leftover lather. But yeah, I'm going to have to try to practice a little bit of soap economy too. So thanks very much for the comment, Steve. Really do appreciate it. Jamie Horn wrote, I have the yellow aftershave from Hazelet's Apothecary. I have for over a year and a half. It smells like honeysuckle. They change the art every so often to keep things limited and interesting. Yes, it is very hydrating. This Hazelet's Apothecary Rose aftershave came courtesy of Mark Bagwell. It is an absolutely beautiful scent. It is very, very hydrating. And just wanted to thank Jamie Horn for confirming what Mark Bagwell has told all the viewers out there and what I experienced. I need to get a review done on this. It is absolutely wonderful, and I have used it for several shaves already, and it really is wonderful. Very, very hydrating. Again, the only thing you have to be aware of is they use a cork here on the top, which is really kind of unique, but there is no restrictor there at all. So you have to be careful when you're placing it on the hand and using it. You don't want to dump it all out at once is what I'm saying. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. So Jamie, thank you for confirming how great the Hazelet's Apothecary aftershave is. He continues here. I've had a Parasso shaving mug for about 2.5 years now. It's designed in Italy, and they boast it, as stated, of being unbreakable. The other thing they mention is quiet lathering and not clangy due to the plastic make. A nice one, Mark. Yeah, I would think so, that it's not going to clang a lot. It's not ceramic. It's not metal. It's a nice rugged plastic. So yeah, it's not going to clang if you happen to hit your handle on the sides there. We talked about the Parasso shaving mug last week. Viewers tipped me off to it. I never knew that there was a Parasso shaving mug. So again, Jamie, thanks for confirming how great it is. Really, really do appreciate it. Jimmy V Photography wrote, great copper wire brush holder. Clever idea. This was in regards to last week's shaving tip. Go to the April 3rd, 2023 episode and check out that shaving tip. There are timestamps there in the description. Check that out. That was really a clever idea. Really fantastic tip. He goes on to say, love the Rocky cat photo. Yeah, that was the Shave Den visit with viewer Rick Festa. Really a neat looking cat, Rocky, who thinks he's a dog. Jimmy V continues here. You're the second person I heard today that forgot to put the cup on the Keurig. Must be a first Monday of April thing. Laugh out loud. Again, I think forgetting to put the coffee mug under the Keurig machine is something you only do once. You will never forget to do that again because you got to clean up all that spilled coffee. So that's something that sticks in your mind. You'll definitely remember to take that coffee mug and make sure it's underneath the Keurig when you brew a cup. He continues here. I love the end of Monday Morning Mailbag cartoons. Please keep them as a regular feature. I sure will, Jimmy. Thank you very much for saying that. I really do appreciate it. And I love sharing my cartoon art with all the viewers out there. And you know what? If you recall, you might be able to go back in early episodes. I was using famous quotes, having a conversation with my brother Tom. And he said, it'd be a good idea if you kind of put something on the end of your show there, like a quote. I said, well, hey, I could put a famous quote in there, something inspirational, that sort of thing. That's a great idea. So I started ending the show with inspirational quotes. And then after a while, I started running out of quotes. And I was talking to my brother Tom again, and he said, well, hey, Mark, you got all those comic strips. Why don't you, put George at the end of your show? I thought, duh, yeah, that's a great idea. So my thanks to my brother Tom for the inspiration on that. So that's why we wrap up the show with the George comic strip. Now, print newspapers are really fading away. And the market for comic strips and newspapers disappearing faster every single day, every week that goes by. Comics pages in a newspaper are just not going to be around much anymore. And I haven't been with a newspaper syndicate for about 10 years or so. I was with, maybe a little bit longer than that, I was with King Features for a number of years, and then a little syndicate called DBR Media. And since about 2010, I was putting things on a blog and also self-syndicating. So I don't know that newspapers are purchasing comic strips anymore, but there are online services that are using comics and cartoons and that sort of thing. And I don't know how to go about getting involved with them. If you know, let me know, because I would love to have George and Double Take both online with some of those online services. So if you know anything on how to get that done, let me know, because I have a whole bunch of material that I could immediately send over to those services where you could read George every single day. Yeah, thanks very much for the vote of confidence on the cartoons, both George and the Double Take cartoon puzzle at the end of the show. I'm going to continue to do those. I absolutely love sharing my cartoons with everyone out there. So thanks very much for that, Jimmy. He also continues, Diver Down rocks. It's my shave of the day today. It's probably my favorite scent by any maker. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about Diver Down in New Wet Shaving Gear. Absolutely love it. Diver Down is absolutely fantastic from Phoenix Shaving. It's an homage to the original Seaforth Spiced. I absolutely love it. It really is one of my favorites as well. And again, we're going to be talking about that in a little bit. I want to share something with you in New Shaving Gear regarding Diver Down. So Jimmy, thanks very much for that. I really do appreciate it. He also continues here. As for building lather, I've found simply blooming the CK6 soap, soaking the PAA brush, Phoenix shaving brush, giving it a shake, dump the bloom water, 3 to 5 swirls in the tub, and whip up the lather for 2 minutes in your bowl. You'll have more lather than you'll know what to do with. You know what? And this is something that I think I'm going to start doing. I've been scraping and placing that in my bowl. I've even been doing a little bit of a slurry method also, but I think I'm going to do what Jimmy does. Bloom it and get that great scent in the shaving den. Take the brush, shake it out a little bit, 3 to 5 swirls, right into the shaving bowl and make that lather. That really is, according to Douglas Smythe as well, the traditional way to build a lather. Just brush loading like that from the soap puck, soap tub, and then going right into your bowl. Yeah, so thanks very much for that, Jimmy. I really do appreciate it. I think I'm going to do it that way. I agree totally with Mark Bagwell. Clean the bowl, clean the razor, clean the brush. If you have to save lather, do it in the bowl. Yes, I agree. And as I said, sometimes I save lather because I do a head shave and I will use it within a allotted time period. Probably from the morning, I'll use it in the evening, or maybe the next morning, the next afternoon, next evening, something like that. So it doesn't hang around in the bowl for a long time. So thanks very much for that, Jimmy. Really do appreciate all the great comments. Brian H. wrote, just for those starting wet shaving, you really don't need to buy a brush stand. Just shake the brush out and set it on the handle. The water will evaporate from the bristles with no issues, especially with synthetic brushes. Yeah, we've had this discussion many times. It's worth revisiting that, sometimes you can just get that brush, and especially synthetic brushes, and just shake them out, and they really do throw that water off, and they'll get to be 90%, 95% dry, and then just setting that base, just setting them right there on the counter, and then it'll evaporate. That's one school of thought. So you probably, there are some wet shavers out there who say you probably don't have to hang the shaving brush in order to get it to dry. Now, I would say that natural shaving brushes, natural hair shaving brushes, might be a little bit of a different story. You might want to hang those because it's a natural hair, and that's a completely different animal. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below about hanging a natural hairbrush or standing it up. Really curious to know. Viewer Ashing1, I believe that's how it's pronounced, Ashingone, Ashing1 wrote, I don't wash my face before the shave only because the facial oils and dead skin cells add a protective barrier. I've never heard that before. Has anyone else heard that? I've never, ever, ever heard that. This is a new one on me, and I included it because it seems very, very unique, a unique approach. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I haven't heard it before. Comment below and let me know. I'll read it to you one more time. Here's what Ashing1 writes. I don't wash my face before the shave only because the facial oils and dead skin cells add a protective barrier. Please comment below and let me know if this is what you do or if you've ever heard this before. Ashing1, thanks very, very much for that comment. Really, really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another refill segment for this week. Thanks to everyone who contributed. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, some time ago, viewer Mark Bagwell very kindly sent along a Zenith boar hair brush. Boy, this is a marvelous, marvelous boar hair brush. And out of all the boar hair brushes I've used, this is the one I'm recommending now to wet shavers everywhere. This really is a superior boar hairbrush. And it's because Zenith uses premium boar hair when they make it, the top hair. And it really is a marvelous, marvelous boar hair shaving brush. Now, Mark Bagwell also sent along another brush from Zenith, and that's the one I wanted to introduce you to today. And that is the Zenith synthetic shaving brush right here. Let me get the logo here for you. It's kind of dark right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. This is their Zenith synthetic shaving brush. Now, I have not reviewed this on camera, but I have used it just the other day, and I wanted to share with you how this performed for me. I have to tell you, this has a lot of backbone, almost too much backbone. It doesn't splay as easily as a lot of other synthetic brushes that I've used. And the bristles are not soft at all. There is a lot of tooth there. Now, you might like that additional tooth to the synthetic brush if you are looking for something that gives you some good exfoliating action, because I think this is probably going to give it to you. It's very stiff. It has a lot of backbone. And again, the tips of this brush are not soft at all. They have a little bit of tooth to them. So if you're looking for something to really, really exfoliate your skin, this is probably what you're looking for. Now, it did a serviceable job in whipping up a lather. I can't say that it did an outstanding job. It did a serviceable job. I happen to use my fine lather bowl to whip up a lather using this brush, and it did an okay job. That's all I can say. It did an okay job, but it's not a soft. It's not a soft brush. It doesn't have. It doesn't have moderate backbone. It's unlike any other synthetic brush you may have used that is nice and soft with moderate backbone that is good for both whipping up a bowl lather and also doing a face lather. Now, this one really isn't. However, if you're looking for a brush that has a lot of backbone, has a lot of stiffness and rigidity to it, and also has some tooth to the end of the bristles to where you can get some major exfoliating action, then this might be the one for you. But it's not one that I'm going to use every day, and I don't think I'll be reaching for it for a shave as often as I will a lot of other brushes. Let me just show you real quickly how this, I'm just pushing this in here, and you can see it's not really, there's a lot of backbone there, and it's not splaying as easily as I would like. Compare that with, say, the Phoenix Shaving Starcraft. I mean, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look how that splays out. So nice and soft. It just has that really, really nice, soft quality to it. Here's the Simpson T3 and the ebony handle, also from Mark Bagwell. Thank you very much, Mark. I mean, look how that just splays out. And it does a great job face lathering, bowl lathering. Again, here, check out this one from Zenith. It really isn't in the same league as some of these other synthetic brushes that you might be using. It's just not that kind of shaving brush. Again, I'm not going to say it's a bad shaving brush. It's just different. It's a different kind of synthetic shaving brush. And maybe there are some wet shavers out there who really prefer something with a lot of backbone, a lot of stiffness, a lot of rigidity, and a little more tooth to the ends of the bristles. They don't want something that's soft. They want something with a little more exfoliating action. So this might fit the bill for you. Now, that also brought the discussion between Mark and I regarding the bore brushes from Zenith. The Zenith bore brushes are absolutely wonderful. And I have to tell you, if you're looking at a shaving brush and you're trying to decide between the Zenith synthetic or the Zenith bore brush, go with the bore brush. Absolutely. And Mark very, very kindly sent along some comments and also some very, very helpful links. He said, I'll send you the link to yourshaving.com and the Zenith brushes. You can buy their bore brushes and quality handles. These are quality handles. These are not regular run-of-the-mill cheaper handles. These are really an upgrade to the Zenith shaving brush handle. Really, really terrific. And if you look at some of what Mark sent along, you have Zenith aluminum handles. You've got this blue cobalt handle. It's absolutely beautiful. I believe Mark has that one. Here is a butterscotch resin handle. Thanks, Mom. Here is a beautiful chrome handle. This is unbleached olive wood handle. Boy, that's really, really beautiful. And also a copper handle, just to show you a few that are available. Really, really wonderful. And Mark also sent along some comments regarding the Zenith brushes, because these really are terrific, terrific bore brushes. And he reminds us here, a Zenith bore brush uses only premium bore bristles, most of which are top hairs. Do you know what a premium synthetic costs these days? Bore brushes are back, baby. Yes, I have noticed that synthetic brushes are starting to go up in price as their popularity increases, but these bore brushes still come in at a nice, affordable price. And I gotta tell you, I'm gonna start using the bore brush, right, the Zenith bore brush a little more, especially since I've started bowl lathering again. And I think my next shave, I'm gonna use this to create a lather in my bowl, absolutely, because it really is a terrific, terrific shaving brush, and it feels so wonderful on the skin. It's soft, and it does give you a nice exfoliation experience as well. Mark says here, a guy can afford a premium bore brush for the price of a cheap synthetic. I know a bunch of people have switched to synthetic brushes, but their cost is getting out of hand. Yeah, I happen to notice that as well. Absolutely. Remember, Zenith is an Italian company, and the Italians believe a bore brush is the way to go. Absolutely. And he also reminded me of this. I heard an Italian barber on YouTube once describe the bore brush as the only brush worth using, and everything else is a waste. I can't say I agree with that, but that was definitely his opinion. He said it is because of how good the bore brush is at exfoliating. Nothing else compares. Well, I guess we could have a discussion regarding that. And I do recall that video. I'm going to look for that video again, and I'll link it below, because the Italian barber, and they translate his comments into English at the bottom of the screen, he does say the bore brush is the only brush you want to have. So yeah, there's a rundown then on all the great brushes from yourshaving.com that are in the Zenith line of Boar shaving brushes. So if you're looking for a really, really good Boar shaving brush, check out Zenith. I'll also link the Zenith, the more affordable Zenith Boar brush on Amazon. That's a really good basic handle, which is what this one is right here. Comes in at a nice price point, but boy, the performance of the Zenith Boar brush is very, very good. Now, as far as the Zenith synthetic brush, I can't say that it's something that I'm going to use repeatedly. I might pull it out every once in a blue moon, that sort of thing, but there are many, many better synthetic brushes out there that I love using. The Phoenix Shaving synthetic brushes being at the top of the list, as well as the Simpson T3s, the T2s that I have, that sort of thing. Those are absolutely marvelous, marvelous synthetic shaving brushes. The Zenith synthetic shaving brush, as Mark Bagwell also mentioned to me, well, Zenith really hasn't been in the synthetic, in the manufacturing game for synthetic brushes at all. This is something new to them, I guess. So maybe their quality and maybe their approach to synthetic brushes will improve. And who knows, down the road, we might be talking about how great Zenith synthetic brushes are. But for me, boy, this has a lot of tooth, a lot of backbone. It did a serviceable job at building a lather. There are other synthetic brushes out there that are far superior, and those are the ones to go with. If you're looking for a Zenith shaving brush, absolutely go with the Boar. That's what you want. That's what Zenith excels at. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic Boar shaving brushes from the folks at Zenith. I'll have all those links to the various Zenith Boar brushes that Mark Bagwell sent along. So check them out. Mark, thanks very, very much. Really do appreciate all the great information on Zenith Boar brushes. Well, earlier in the show, viewer Jimmy V told us how much he loves Phoenix Shaving's Diver Down Shave Soap. And I agree. I absolutely love Diver Down. Diver Down is an homage to the original Seaforth Spiced. It's an absolutely fantastic scent. And in CK6, it's just wonderful, wonderful performance. Let me show you what I purchased from Phoenix Shaving a few orders ago. Here it is right here. Diver Down Travel Stick. Yeah, right here. Isn't that marvelous? Yeah, this is fantastic. It's $15.95. And you can get, 2.5 ounces here, I believe. Let me just double check the page here. Yeah, no, 2.25 ounces. Absolutely fantastic. And you know what? Do not throw out this tube because you can refill it, because Phoenix Shaving sells these tubes for as a do-it-yourself travel shave soap tube. I believe this is the same tube that they sell where you can fill up your own shave soap. So if you buy Diver Down and you run out, you can just buy some more Diver Down and put it in there. That's what I plan to do because I really, really do love this scent. I love the performance of CK6. And it's absolutely fantastic, and it comes in a really, really nice price point. This is what I'm going to throw in my DOP kit. Absolutely love this scent. And I also ordered, you can see here the aftershave. I also ordered some more aftershave. I got a fresh bottle in the wings. And you can see my Star Jelly here, the aftershave balm, about halfway filled. I got another new one waiting for me also in the wings. So, yeah, I really, really do like the Diver Down product line, Absolutely love it. So I will have a link to everything Diver Down if you're interested in trying it. If you find that you like it, check out the travel stick. It is absolutely fantastic. I really like the design of this too. It really works very, very well. Look at that. Just, it just pushes the product up very easily, and it's got a very, very secure cap like that. Nice labeling, and just an absolutely, absolutely marvelous, marvelous scent. And just terrific to take on the road with you. Diver Down. Check it out. My thanks to Jimmy V for reminding us of what a wonderful scent this is. and the performance of CK6. Absolutely fantastic. Again, I'll have links to the entire line of Diver Down products. You can check it out yourself. If you've never tried it, give it a try. It really is a terrific, terrific scent, and it's got a little bit of a kick to it as well. So check it out from Phoenix Shaving, Diver Down. Viewer Keith Kelly passed this along. Hi, Mark. Great 3MB show as usual. Thanks very much, Keith. I appreciate that. Just wanted to state that the Xpersis, I believe that's how it's pronounced. It's Xpersis, Xpersis. Just wanted to state that the Xpersis razor is a star performer when loaded with a sharp blade like a Rapira Lux or Kai. It's currently going for about $17 on Amazon. Check it out. Hey, Keith, thanks very much for passing this along. Folks, $16.99 for the Xpersis Pro Safety Razor for Men, double edge, real handcrafted German steel in black. That's what the title is on the Amazon product page. It looks like it's got about a 73% positive 5-star rating. So you'll want to check it out. Keith says it's a very, very good razor. So at $16.99, it might be worth looking into. We'll have a link to it below. Keith, thanks very much for passing along the heads up on the Xpersis Pro Safety Razor for Men. Really do appreciate it. This comes from viewer Gary, who writes, the TriaBlade online blade supplying company seems to be gone or is not working. I tried using www.triablade.com, triablade.com, and also tried a search on Google. I found nothing, but I did find these recent reports on a couple of shaving forums. Now, he provided those links, and I'll link those below so you can check out those discussions and see what's being said regarding the TriaBlade website, see if it's working or not. He continues here, obviously, this is something you may want to check on and report about on Monday Morning Mailbag show. On the other hand, Razor Blades Club still seems to be operating, and they are at www.razorbladesclub.com. Gary. Hey, Gary, thanks for the heads up on that. Again, folks, I will link those forum discussions below so you can check it out and see what folks have to say about that, if there's any new reports. If any of the viewers out there know what's going on, or you've got an update regarding this, please comment below and let us know, and we'll report on this in a future Monday Morning Mailbag. I don't know what's going on. I checked out the threads, and everyone seems to think that it doesn't seem to be working right now. So you know what? You know what I'm going to do right now? Hang on 1 minute. I'm going to. Why not? I'm going to check it out right now. Right? It's triablade.com. Let's try it. Let's try www. I'm going to try it right now. Okay, here, www.triablade.com. Okay, there we go. Let's see what comes up. I'm going to try. I'm going to do it right now. Let's see what comes up. It's turning. Can't reach this page. So it's not there. Search the web for TriaBlade. Let me search the web for TriaBlade. And TriaBlade is not coming up. Now, there is something here on Facebook for TriaBlade. And let's go to Facebook and see if we have something. TriaBlade, there's a page for TriaBlade on Facebook. So we will click on TriaBlade, the link that they provide here, and let's open that in a new tab and see what we get from Facebook. And that's telling me, can't reach this page. So not sure what's going on. They have their Facebook page is seems to be operating, and I'm looking at someone who wrote here, can I get a reply regarding my order? And then they give the order number. And people want to know if his issue was ever resolved. So I don't know what's going on. Doesn't look like they are operating right now. Anyhow, I'll link their Facebook page, and I will link to those forums, and you can see what kind of discussion is going on, and you can check out the Facebook page and see what folks have to say there regarding the operation of triablade.com. Gary, thanks very much for passing that along. Really do appreciate it. Well, I'm dropping in at the last minute because I have an item that I wanted to show you because it's very timely. And I had this on order with Amazon, and it should have arrived the day before I started recording this Monday Morning Mailbag. And unfortunately, it did not arrive on time. It arrived late. That's why my attire is different. But I wanted to show it to you because it's very timely. Now, you remember the Cella aftershave. We just did a review of it this past Friday. Viewer Joseph Shamas very kindly sent this along. It has a nice, light, lemony, citrusy kind of scent. It's very, very good. It will go with just about any shave soap in your shave den. And I liked it a lot, and I'm going to continue to use it. It's very, very good. Got me to thinking, what about their balm? Well, that's what I ordered, and it just arrived. I wanted to show it to you. Cella Aftershave Balm. This is brand new. It just arrived on my doorstep. I got a little information card right here, and there it is there. Okay, here it is. All right, this is their aftershave balm. And let's open this up. Okay, there it is, brand new. This has not, I'm going to remove this seal right now. Let's take this off. Okay, there it is, it's off. Set that aside, it's off there. Okay, now let's just sample a little bit. Okay, here it is right there. It is, you know what? It's very similar to the aftershave splash. Yeah, it is. I believe it's similar. Of course, it's a balm, so I think that's going to change the scent a little bit. I'm not sure, but initially, that's nice. Seems like it's going to. Yes. Now that I've rubbed it into my hands, I think it's a stronger scent than the splash. I think it's a little stronger. That's how it is the same scent, and I think it's a little stronger than the Cella Aftershave Splash. However, they go hand in hand. Now, I'll have to try it again after a shave, post-shave, but I'm getting the impression, initially, that this is a little bit of a stronger scent than the splash. The splash is a light scent. This is a lemony, citrusy scent, and it is on the lighter side. The splash is a lemony, citrusy scent that is on the lighter side, and the balm here is lemony and citrusy in the same way, only I think it's a little more pronounced. Yeah, it's a little more pronounced, but it seems to have some really nice absorption qualities, and I think it's going to be a good one. I'm definitely going to use it post-shave, and we'll let you know how it works. So I wanted to make sure you got a chance to see this. This is available on Amazon.com, and I will provide a link below so that you can check it out. Check out both of them. The Cella Aftershave Splash, which was very good. I liked it a lot. And now the Cella Aftershave Balm, which promises to be very, very good. I'll have to use it post-shave, but initially my thought is it's very, very good. It has a nice scent, a little more pronounced than the splash, and it seems to absorb well, and I think it's going to be a very, very good balm. So check it out. I'll have links below. Cella Aftershave Balm and also the Cella Aftershave Splash. Well, as you can see, I'm dropping in one more time because another item came in at the 11th hour, and I wanted to make sure to include it in this episode of the Monday Morning Mailbag. Robert Chipola of Hoffman's Shave Soap and Company kindly sent this along. Tut Shave Soap. This is a tallow-based shave soap, 4 ounces, $21. And as he writes on the product page, this is a classic scent profile, but with a twist. Features a very well done Egyptian musk blended with a black oud. We proudly offer to you Tut. And again, the scent profile is Egyptian musk and black oud, and it is an absolutely spectacular scent. Absolutely wonderful. There's a beautiful, beautiful freshness there. Really, really very, very nice. Looking forward to shaving with this one. Absolutely. It also comes with a splash, an aftershave splash. The aftershave splash is 100 milliliters, and it goes for $22. And again, it's the Egyptian musk and black oud scent profile right here. So really looking forward to using both of these, the Tut Aftershave Splash and especially the Tut Shave Soap. Tallow-based shave soap, again, 4 ounces, $21. The performance of Hoffman's shave soaps are just absolutely wonderful. And this scent is very, very good. A beautiful, fresh scent. Perfect for spring and summer. Absolutely marvelous. So my thanks to Robert Chipola over at Hoffman's Shave and Soap Company for sending this along. And again, I want to drop in at the last minute. This came in at the 11th hour, but because I've got a faster internet connection now, I can kind of drop these things in and compile and do a quick upload. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure it got in for this episode of the Monday Morning Mailbag. We're going to be doing a review on this. Probably my next shave. I think I'm going to use this. I'm so excited about this scent. I'm going to use it for my next shave. Absolutely. So again, my thanks to Robert Chipola over at Hoffman's Shave and Soap Company for allowing me to share with all the viewers Tut Shave Soap and Aftershave. I'll have links below, and we're going to get a review done very, very soon. So thanks again, Robert. Really, really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another new wet shaving gear segment for this week. Thanks very much to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's get to some of these questions and comments. Viewer Jason Miller asked the following. Mark Zarady, another great detailed breakdown of wet shaving products. Your 3MB is the highlight of my Mondays and helps me start my week. Thanks very much, Jason. I really do appreciate the nice words. Quick question. What's the difference between Muhle Traditional Grande R41 GS Stainless Steel Safety Razor Open Comb versus Muhle Traditional Stainless Steel Safety Razor Open Comb? Well, Jason, I think you're asking the basic question of what's the difference between the regular Muhle razor and the Grande. And the difference is the length of the handle and the weight of the razor. That's my understanding. For instance, I'm looking at just a traditional Muhle R41, and it is 3.7 inches in length, and the weight is 68 grams according to their product page. The Grande, the R41 Grande, is 4.17 inches in length and 84 grams. So the Grande is going to be a little bit longer and it's going to have a little more heft. That's the way I've always understood it. Now, if there is something else at play here, please, any of the viewers out there that might know, please comment below and let us know. But Jason, that's my understanding. The Grande is longer, and because of the length of the handle, it's going to have a little more weight. So it's longer and it's a little heavier than the regular Muhle. So I hope that helps answer the question. That's kind of the basic understanding that I have it. The Grande is longer and has a little more weight than the regular sized Muhle safety razor. Thanks very much for the really kind words, Jason, and a really, really neat question. I know a lot of other wet shavers out there, especially beginners, probably are wondering what the difference is between those two razors that Muhle sells. Thanks again, Jason. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Gary asked the following question. Can a new fresh blade be responsible for cuts to the skin? I tried one of the blades which came packaged with the Assured 3-piece razor from Dollar Tree using the King C Gillette razor. The shave gave me 3 cuts during a face shave. This seems unusual, at least for me. My thought is that this blade product is inferior and allows one to get cut more easily than other better blade products. I'm blaming the blade because I usually get no cuts or occasionally 1 cut. Gary. Well, Gary, I will say this. That 3-piece razor that you're using from Dollar Tree, I could not get through a shave with that. That razor was really, it was really a rough shave. I can't remember what blade I used. However, I've always said that these bargain-priced blades and razors are sometimes a roll of the dice. Sometimes you'll get something that works beautifully, and other times they just won't work at all. And I think maybe that's what happened with you. You got something that was on the lower end of the quality control scale, if there is any quality control scale on these razors. Now, I've often said that sometimes going into a Dollar Tree, you can find some wet shaving gear in a pinch that will be very serviceable and get you a decent traditional wet shave. And that usually is the shave cream and the aftershave balm and that sort of thing. The Assured razors and blades can sometimes just be a roll of the dice. I agree with you. It's not you. It's not the King C. Gillette. It's definitely that blade. And I don't think that blade was probably up to standards. Again, as I say, I think it's a bargain basement priced razor blade. And sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Let's hope that more often than not, the blade will be a good one for your shave and kind of get you through your shave in a pinch, especially if you're traveling. Let's say you're traveling and you forgot razor blades, something like that. You can go into a Dollar Tree store and pick up pick up one of these razors and some blades for a buck or two, that sort of thing. Now, is it going to give you a good shave? Again, it's kind of a roll of the dice. That's always been kind of my experience. But I've used the Assured razors, 2 of their Assured razors, the Twist to Open, which gave me a really good shave. Didn't last very long. I mean, after a few shaves, it was always already breaking. And that 3-piece razor that you mentioned, I believe that's the one with the plastic handle. I can't use that razor. It's not usable for me. It just is. It was terrible. I'll just say it was terrible. So, like I say, sometimes it's a roll of the dice. And I think perhaps the Assured razor blades fall into the same category. Sometimes they'll give you good shaves. Other times they may not, is what I'm saying. Let's just hope that they're better more often than they are not so good. If anyone out there has used the Assured razor blades for an extended period of time and can give us some insight as to the quality of the blades and the kind of shaves that they get, please let us know in the comments below. Really would appreciate it. Gary, I think your hunch is correct. I just think that you got a bad blade, and sometimes that just happens with bargain wet shaving gear. That's kind of my take on it. Folks, correct me if I'm wrong. Comment below. Let me know. Gary, thanks very much for the question. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Robert Ross checked in and he wrote, "As a mad scientist, I've been working hard over the past year in my shave den to reduce the amount of shave soap that I use while still having a 3-pass plus face shave. Well, I'm pleased to report that I've reduced my shave soap usage by 87.5%. Wow, you are a mad scientist. I have shared my recipe of using an 1/8 teaspoon of shave soap with 2 teaspoons of water with your subscribers. Yes, you have. This is an update, folks. I decided to cut that amount of shave soap in half. My new recipe is as followed. A 1/16 teaspoon of shave soap, also known as a pinch. 1 1/4 or 1.25 teaspoons of water. Make into a slurry. With a slightly damp synthetic brush, whip the slurry into a lather. I wasn't sure if this experiment would work, but to my surprise, it did. The soap I used was Barrister & Mann Omnibus Base, which is fabulous. Well, thanks very much for that endorsement, Robert. Really do appreciate it. It's now time to rest. I have extracted all I can out of a shave soap. This is my new routine from this day forward. If you're a cheapskate like me, try this recipe and your shave soap will last a very long time. Greetings from the Great White North, Canada, eh? Cheers, Bob Ross. Well, Bob, thanks very, very much for passing that along. Really do appreciate it. Folks, try this recipe. Robert says it works. He's really cut down on the amount of shave soap that he's using, and with the amount of water that he's adding, that sort of thing, making it into a slurry. And I think that's probably a key step in this whole recipe. I've done that. It works wonderfully, wonderfully well. Although I didn't use as little shave soap as he's using. I used a little more shave soap. Still, that slurry step, making it into a slurry, that really, really did help. So thanks again, Robert. Really do appreciate it, folks. If you're someone out there who likes to scrape your shave soap and put it in your lathering bowl and build a lather that way, try Robert's recipe here and let us know what the results are. Robert, thanks again very, very much. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag for this week. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soaps. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerati, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.